Hello, this is Golden Aura Tarot, and this topic is what element tends to work with you the most for you to manifest, and the element that tends to influence your personality traits. Timestamps are below. Let's get into it. Hello everyone, this is Golden Aura Tarot, and we're going to be talking about how does nature work with you? What is your strongest elements? Is it fire? Is it earth? Is it water? Is it wind? Let's get into it. Okay, so pile 1, if you chose pile 1, this is your reading. Remember to like this video and comment below what you think, and also subscribe and join the family. If you are looking for a personal reading, that information is going to be in my description box. Okay, so I'm immediately getting like fire. Okay, fire tends to work with you. You work well under pressure. You tend to act like as if a fire is lit up under your ass at all times. You're not really want to sit and talk about your dreams. You want to put it into action and get it done. You have this get it done mentality. You're not satisfied until shit is done. You might get even pissed off if you have a hard time getting shit done, or you might be pissed off at others or your teammates if they're not trying to get shit done. You all about like, if you're trying to be on my fucking team, you gotta have what it takes. You gotta have the gusto and the passion to get shit done, or you're not gonna be in my team. I just heard you're not even gonna be in my life. You like to be around other people who have a fire in them, passion in them. You tend to move like fire. And honestly, if you tend to work with fire, you have to be very careful not to burn people, not to burn the bridges. You tend to be very impulsive and stuff like that. We have the authority card. This is the Emperor. Okay, this represents Aries. Aries is the conqueror. He is the initiator. He's not afraid to start. He's not afraid to be the pioneer, and he's not afraid to be the trailblazer. Okay, the Emperor is someone who can be very dominating and it's not afraid to take control or take the reins in something or in an area. This is someone who strives to be number one. This is someone who can be very competitive. So your strongest element, how nature works with you, is fire. To help you kind of like, if you've been lacking motivation, if you've been lacking persistence, I recommend staring at fire. Like having a bonfire and sitting by it and just staring at the flames, or just simply lighting a tea light candle and staring at the tea light candle and just say, affirmations, I'm like fire. But also, if you already working with fire, just be careful, like I said, not to burn bridges, not to burn people, not to stomp over people because they're in your way, or you just very agitated with them. People who tend to work with fire tend to be very easily agitated, aggravated, and if not checked, they can honestly start to have anger issues. So make sure that you have that fire, because you can be like easy, like I'm getting like a fire ant. Okay, fire ants are very busy-bodied organisms. They are always working at all times. They fucking sleep, and sometimes you guys tend to burn the midnight oil. But just like a fire ant, if disturbed, you can possibly bite people. Okay, and fire ants are easily disturbed. They easily go out and bite someone. Okay, you can accidentally walk into a pile. You didn't know. You just accidentally walk into the pile. Next thing you know, you're attacked by fire ants. So you're just like the fire ants. So it's really cool that you have all that gusto and fire, but just be careful not to overuse it and burn people, and especially yourself. And when I say you, like yourself, like be careful not to burn yourself out. Okay, people who have fire in them can be easily burnt out because they always have that flame on inside of them. It takes some time to cool off, takes some time to cool down. Okay, how does nature works with pile 1? What is the strongest element that resides within the souls, minds, and bodies of pile 1, the spirit of pile 1? I'm just getting so much fire, yo. just a lot of fire. Yeah, I'm hearing like a sports car nearby, and I feel like you guys can basically be like the sports car. Always going, but when you go, you definitely go with gusto. Side note, because this is not going to be a 18 plus reading, but people who tend to work with fire tend to be very good in the bedroom, like have a lot of stamina and stuff like that. It can definitely outmatch your romantic partner in the bedroom. You always have this hunger for steamy hot action, if you know what I mean. Okay. but to stand your ground in the reverse, like I said, just be careful not to be so ready to pounce on someone, conquer everything. Just don't be so impulsive. I'm getting, especially with the tongue, especially with your mouth. A lot of you guys can have very quick mouths and maybe even regret what you said to someone. So really be careful with that, especially if you tend to work with fire. Okay. Yeah. The throat chakra. Okay. This talks about expression. Okay. Also, I really feel like you can use your words. You can use your throat chakra to stir up a fire in other people. And there's like a duality in this, because I feel like you can use your words in a very powerful way that can make people feel so motivated. It can make people want to go out and do something, go out and conquer the world, make someone to go out and do something that they never have done before ever in their life. It can make them so motivated. But at the same time, your words can anger people. Okay. You guys know what to say to get under people's skin, so really watch out for that. Yeah, watch out for that. A lot of you guys can earn money with this passion of yours, like this, because when you guys talk, Pal One, you talk in a very passionate way, and you can be very persuasive, very influential. So if you're trying to be like a spiritual coach, business coach, life coach, if you're trying to be give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm back. So what I'm getting here is like some of you guys, you might be choosing this pal, and you be like, no, this is not my pal. For some of y'all, this is a very hidden aspect to you. A lot of you guys have like a suppressed fire element in you that you're not really nurturing, and some of you guys don't even know that you can be this way, like how I'm describing. A person who is lit up by fire tends to work a lot with fire. Okay. I'm hearing my spirit saying, if you have someone describe you as if you are a volcano, if someone described you as if you are like a volcano, you work with fire. You are someone who tends to be very almost very close to fire. Some of y'all are meant to be famous. Not everyone that watches this is going to be famous, but there's someone here who's meant to be a star. Okay? Some of y'all that likes to work with nature, you guys like to burn herbs, whether it's by smoking the herbs, whether it's by burning incense, whether it's burning a charcoal and putting herbs on top of a charcoal plate. Okay. Ooh, deception, envy. What's that all about? I'm hearing there's people around you who wish that they can have the drive and the passion like you do. I heard these are lazy motherfuckers. I just heard that. Sacrifice. Okay, so when I was talking about like just like fire, you can burn bridges, right? But honestly, burning bridges can be a good thing, especially if you have identified those who are very jealous of you. They always gaslight you. Yes, use that fire element to burn those bridges with those type of people. It's okay to burn bridges, but just be careful not to burn bridges with those who actually really love you and support you and stuff. But yeah, there are people that could be around you who is very deceptive, very envious. Yeah, use that fire element to burn those fucking bridges, okay? I'm getting if you feel like your fire is being stomped out all the time, it's being stomped out by these people around you. Like they always try to check you, try to keep you in your place, they might even tell you, chill out, Power One, calm down, Power One, you need to chill out, you're doing the most, Power One. Like Cash Doll, okay? I love this song. This song goes like, Cash, why are you doing too much? And Cash Doll is like, shut up, ho. Ho, you ain't doing enough. I love that song. The thing is, you're doing what it takes to get shit done. And people wish they can have that trait. And when they see you doing stuff and you know, achieving shit, they might tell you doing too much or you care too fucking much. But don't listen to these people. Keep going towards your goals because you're going to get there. Don't let these people stop you. Don't let these people chill you out, calm you down, stump you down. Like, use that fire to burn them bridges off, okay? Period. Yeah, truth. You will be in your truth if you be in this fire-like element. If people don't like your fucking truth, they're not your fucking friend. They're not meant to be where you're going to be at one day. So get rid of them while you can, because you don't want to be around those people when you get there. Okay? You don't want to. Okay? And honestly, I feel like the people that be really around you, for real, for one or two of you, I just heard for three of you, for a fact, is like the people that's around you, Power One, they don't believe you. But it's weird. They don't believe you now because you're not where you want to be. But they're the type of people who will turn around and start, I always believed in you. I always believed in you, Power One. They're those type of people. Okay? You have some of those type of people in your group. Okay? Yeah, Destiny. This is the Destiny card. Okay? And some of y'all are afraid to go towards your destiny. Okay? And sometimes part of your destiny is to sacrifice relationships or partnerships that does not work for you anymore. And that's okay. Not everyone's supposed to be around you 24/7 or for the rest of your life. People come and go. And you have to trust in spirit that you will be with the people that you're meant to be with. But also you have to use your discernment to identify those that no longer serve you. Okay? Okay, yeah. So, Part 1, I'm going to end this here. Thank you so much for watching this video. Remember to subscribe and join the family if you have not done so. Check out my other content. And comment below what you think. And see you guys later. Love you guys. Bye. Alright, welcome, Pal 2. If you have chosen Pal 2, we're going to talk about how nature tends to work with you, or what is your strongest element. What element in nature tends to work with you, okay? For some reason, I'm getting water, but let's see what the... Yeah, I'm definitely getting water. Thank you, Spirit. So basically, water tends to work with you the most, Pal 2. And I feel like the reason why water tends to work with you the most is, and not that I'm saying that other elements in nature doesn't work with you, but the type of element that you tend to work with the most, whether you are cognizant of it or not, is water. And the reason why Power 2 is that you're very intuitive. You can actually tap into other people's energies. And if, side note, when it comes to magic, using the water element tends to help you manifest. Okay, like binding onto liquid and digesting the liquid type of thing, you know, just give you little gems. Okay, you welcome. You welcome. Okay. As well too. If you're struggling with hair loss, if there's someone here struggling with hair loss, you can bind onto water or herbs. Soak those binded herbs into water and pour that water on top of your scalp. Research the type of herbs that tends to work with hair growth. Okay? You figure out the rest. That's for somebody. But anyway, how to and eat healthier foods too. I don't know who I'm talking to, but your energy just in the reading. But anyway, let's go back to the reading. Let's go back to the collective, because I was reading for, I feel like, for one or two people. Collective energy, spirit, please, thank you. The reason why you tend to work with water Power 2 is that you're very intuitive and you tend to heal people, whether you know it or not. You are continuously healing other people, so you need to cleanse yourself. Compared to the other powers, you tend to need to cleanse yourself the most. I have met a lot of spiritualists who cleanse themselves at least twice a day, because they're constantly trying to cleanse everyone's energy around them. They're very empathic people. People who tend to work with water tend to absorb other people's energies, and that's what water does. Okay, water tends to mimic the vibrations around them pretty easily. Okay, and you're basically like water, just like that. So you got to be careful not to let other people's energies or problems or issues become your vibration, become your issue. So it's really important that you cleanse yourself a lot. How to. You're the type of people who love to swim in water, be around water, drink water. You know, water is your best friend. Okay. You have a very close relationship to water. You possibly like water more than you like people, okay? And the thing is, you could be so still as water. Bear with me, but I'm going to describe something, a personality trait that people might say, or people might think, it might not even tell you. But you can be still as water. Very non-reactive. Very detached. But at the same time, you can easily be disturbed like water. Like if someone was to throw a rock, there's that ripple effect. So, like I said, you guys are very sensitive to vibrations. You guys are sensitive to the foods that you eat. You guys are sensitive to the foods that you drink. You're sensitive to the music that you listen to. You're very sensitive to your environment. You're very sensitive to certain smells, okay? So always recharge, always cleanse yourself. That is very important. And sometimes you have to remind yourself when you're kind of when you're going through these ripples effects in the water, you have to remind yourself to be still. Remind yourself that, yeah, it's like anxiety. So some of you guys can bear with me, because I'm getting a lot. I'm getting so much. So y'all can be very intuitive, and it can be very overwhelming. And it's like when things happen around the world, drastic, chaotic things happen around the world, it does create a ripple. It does create a ripple effect around the world. Okay, like if an earthquake was to happen and many people die, there's a lot of people around the world that can sense it. Okay, that can feel that. They might not even watch the news, and they can feel it, see it. Dream about it. Maybe days prior. Maybe the day of. You can be like that. You can be sensitive that way. And you might not be aware that's what you're noticing. That's what you're feeling. So if you find yourself super anxious one day and you don't know why, you're just super freaking anxious, watch the news, okay? And it might make sense. You could be very geopathic, okay? If you don't know what geopathic means, for the second time, I don't really have time to talk about geopathy, but research that. You can have Native American blood or Caribbean blood, okay? People who tend to be people who tend to have ancestors who were in tribes, or tend to be very geopathic, okay? This card says, ooh, yeah, wow, this is basically like y'all, I'm tripped out. So this is this stealing card. It says stealing, not stealing like taking away from someone. Stealing is like being still, okay? The act of being still. And it says, hold yourself still as in meditation. Don't seek to grasp yourself by hunting down your every thought. You do not need to resonate with anyone. Even if you feel as though you ought to be sensitive to their presence and needs, it is no mistake to exclude all these things and be quiet within yourself. What if there were nothing you had to do now? Ooh, what if there was nowhere else you had to be? The thing is, water tends to be everywhere. It's in our bodies. It's in a nearby lake. It's in a beach. Like, water is everywhere. You see bottles of water at a grocery store. So you can feel a lot of things in different locations at once. I hope I'm making sense. You can feel your energy and someone else's energy 50 miles away. You can be very telepathic. And the thing is, too, as someone who has a water element and you tend to be very empathic, you have to be very careful not to be other people's doormat. You have to be very careful not to sacrifice yourself, in order to attend to other people's needs at all times. You guys are very helpful people. You guys are very caring people, very nurturing, and like I said in the beginning, very healing. But take time to recharge. You don't always have to constantly help people. You don't always have to constantly be there for people. There's times where you have to take a step back, disconnect, be detached, and be still and to yourself. That's okay. Do not feel guilty for needing to be by yourself. Some of y'all feel guilty when you detach, when you step away from people. Okay? Crazy. I love this. This is the I Ching. The I Ching deck. And it comes with these coins. Okay? I love it. This is basically a deck to teach you how to do I Ching. Okay? I think it's based in, what, China? Yeah. It's a Chinese divination tool, if you're wondering. And the reason why I'm very drawn to it is because I traveled to China, and it's a very interesting place to be, especially when it comes to spirituality, and how they view the concept of healing. Like, Chinese medicinal medicine is very interesting to me, Wow. Okay, let's talk about this is a very historical teaching. Before Google Maps was a thing, a lot of people tend to use rivers as a guide, okay, to help them reach their destination. Some people use the stars as a compass. And a lot of you guys can be like that compass for a lot of people. You tend to be like spiritual guides in other people's lives, okay? You help people transition in life. You help people who are lost, who do not understand their spirituality. People tend to come to you for advice, and people love your advice. People love your spiritual teachings. So you guys can be really great spiritual teachers. If you came from Power 1, I talked about they can be really good spiritual motivational coaches. You guys can be really good guides, spiritual guides, okay? And guide people to where they need to be in life. Okay? Self-care with you is so essential. It is so essential because your energy just by itself takes care of other people. Like, just your presence heals. Okay? Your presence is nourishing to other people. And that's why, Power 2, you tend to feel very depleted a lot, tired a lot. So it's very important, Power 2, that you eat good foods. You have adequate amount of sleep. You take your spiritual baths. You clean your room and make sure it's organized. This is giving like feng shui type of thing, okay? Self-care, you cannot skip that, Power 2. Choose yourself first every single time, because y'all don't realize like how far your energy travels through many people, especially if you are a content creator. Okay, your energy goes far. Okay, like your energy spreads to your nearby neighbors, to the whole block. I mean, you have very big, expansive energy, and it's healing people. It's making people feel good and shit. A neighborhood that you in to be safe all of a sudden because of your presence. You amplify other people's energies. So it's really important that you amplify yourself. That's very important, Power 2. That was loud. But Power 2, when you start to become a content creator, your energy really spreads. It really touches a lot of people at that point. Okay? Globally at that point. And that's why you tend to feel tired, drained. Take care of yourself. Always. That's very important. Release. Woo! Yeah. This is the release card. Tame this need. Tame this need to deal with other people's problems and issues. Tame that. Tame this need to rescue everyone or heal everyone. Okay? Okay, Power 2, I'm very done with this one. Yeah, that's it. I'm done with this one right here. Subscribe, join the family, book a personal reading. That's going to be in my description box. And comment below what you think and like this video. See you guys later. Bye. Hello, Power 3. If you have chosen Power 3, this is for you. We're going to talk about which element tends to work with you the most. How does nature work with you in Power 3? What I'm getting here is that rocks, earth, tends to work with you the most. So mountains, mountains. I'm getting mountains and like rocks, boulders. Why am I seeing? I'm seeing Mount Everest. Some of you guys like to hike. Hiking could be your thing. Some of you guys tend to have a habit of sitting on the floor, sitting on the ground. That is your nature to do so. You might like to go outside and just sit on the earth. Okay, so the earth element tends to work with you the most. Okay. Some of you guys could be Capricorn, Taurus, Virgos, whatnot, but I'm getting like, I don't know why, but I'm getting a sense that some of y'all, if you are someone who tends to work with the earth element a lot, you might tend to struggle with sleep. You might tend to struggle with headaches. Again, I'm getting all of the sudden pressure on my head for some weird reason. Some of y'all can be very sensitive to atmospheric changes, atmospheric pressure. Like sometimes you guys can get sick on airplanes. There's someone who tends to get very sick on airplanes. It's because you're not really one who likes to be up in the air. You prefer to be grounded on the earth, okay? You can feel those changes when you get above earth. And some of you guys do not like it, okay? But the cool thing about earth is you guys can be very patient compared to water elements and fire elements and wind. Because the thing about fire and water and wind, they tend to move a lot, right? Wind tends to move, water tends to move, and fire. But I'm looking at this rock right here, and it hasn't moved one bit. It's very still. It's very still. It's very patient. Okay? So the cool thing about you guys is your patience. Is your persistence. You guys tend to stick to things for a very long time. When people give up, you tend to be the last man standing. You're the type of people that is okay with working the same job for years and retire in the same organization. Like, you can be that type of person who can be a teacher for 30 plus years, be in the military for 20 plus years. Like, you tend to be very consistent and predictable in life, okay? You guys don't tend to switch up, change up. You guys can be quite predictable and very picky eaters. But you guys can be like, no offense, but you guys are always doing the same old shit. That's the best way I can say it. You guys tend to eat the same things, do the same things. You guys do not really want to broaden your horizon or change. You guys can be very stubborn in your ways. Yeah. Earth element is not really my element, so I'm taking a bit to really describe to you how earth tends to work with you. I'm more of a fire and water, so this is a very challenge for me, but thank you for the challenge, Pound 3. I absolutely appreciate it. Sometimes, Pound 3, you need motivation sometimes, and that need tends to come up when it comes to creating change in your life. Like, you guys can be in the same relationship for years, man, off and on. It can be the worst relationship in your life, but you would not leave because you're very still. You don't really like change, especially if you put so much into it. You put so much blood, sweat, and tears into it. You don't want to leave that relationship. So sometimes you might need that good friend to speak to you and say, you can do it, pal, you can leave that person, it's okay. Or you can be in the same job for so long, and you might find out that that particular job does not work for you anymore. You always work at that job, but that job does not work for you anymore. But at the same time, you not want to leave that job once you have that epiphany. You will still be in that job for many years. So watch out for that tendency of holding yourself back because you don't want change. Be careful of not broadening your horizon. Some of y'all don't want to try new things, but you're wondering why you're so fucking stuck, because you don't try new shit. No offense, File 3. I don't know how else to say it. I don't sugarcoat whatever. I don't know how to sugarcoat. I don't know how to do it. So if you feel like you're stuck in life, if you feel like you're not happy with life, do something different. But some of y'all don't want to do anything different because it makes you very uncomfortable. So it's really good to have friends to pull you out that comfort zone. Okay? I heard some of y'all just need to do it. You just need to do it anyway. Fuck it. Do it anyway. If it makes you uncomfortable, but you know what's good for you, fucking do it anyway, Pile 3. There's no point of complaining about something that doesn't work, and you know the solution to it. Like, you already know, I'm sorry, spirit is really going hard and heavy. There's someone out here who's complaining about something or not happy with something, but they know just what to do, but they don't want to do it because it's outside their comfort zone. Do it anyway, because you're not happy where you at. I don't know who I'm talking to. Okay? Anyway. Damn. Spirit went so hard. My bad if I disturb anyone. Shit. Anyway. Yeah, I feel like life will improve. Life will improve if you embrace change or initiate change. You know what would be good? Having like a friend that tends to work with water, wind, or fire. Okay, they will be good people to talk to if you want to change something in your life. Okay, because a lot of y'all earth signs or people who tend to work with earth, y'all don't yeah, I'm so biased. I can tell I'm very biased because I know a lot of earth signs, men, and y'all tend to naturally gravitate towards other earth signs. And I feel like if you want to change your life or change up your life, talk to other people that can be that can embrace change, you know, like Aries, Scorpio. They're really good with initiating new things into their life. Yeah. It is such a pretty day today, y'all. Okay, more cards, please. Yeah, some of y'all need to be like this. Okay? You see all that fire ignited inside? Some of y'all need to get into this. Some of y'all tend to be very bored. Very bored. Give me a moment. Damn. I don't know why Spirit wants me to be very serious with y'all. I don't know why. Because I don't know why. I was more lighthearted with Pal 1, Pal 2. But if you're bored, Pal 3, how about you do something different that you've never done before? Just saying. I'm just saying, if you're bored, do something different. Woo! Okay. I mean, just look at that wind just moving. It has so much movement. Now I'm looking at this rock. It hasn't moved whatsoever. Some of y'all could be very detached, unmoved, and bored. Some of y'all need passion, excitement. But sometimes excitement scares you, Pal 3. Unpredictability scares you. And wind can be very unpredictable. Water can be very unpredictable. Fire can be very unpredictable. And I think sometimes when you meet people who tend to be heavily characterized by those elements, you tend to steer clear from them. Like, I don't want to hang out with them. When it comes to Earth, you know, I can leave today from these rocks, and I can come back tomorrow, and these rocks will still be here. It's so predictable. So some of y'all feel very safe when things are predictable, but at the same time, you're very bored of the predictable. I hope I'm making sense. It makes sense to me. One more card. I'm gonna get one more card from this I Ching deck. I love this. Following. I know this might sound weird, but earth elements, people who tend to be heavily characterized by earth elements are very observant people. Very observant. Always analyzing. You guys can learn a lot from people who are characterized mostly by fire, wind, and water. Don't be afraid to adopt some of those traits. Okay? Maybe set up a date with someone. Set up a date. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be a platonic date with a friend, or someone who tends to be characterized by fire or the other elements. Okay? But I'm gonna read this and I'm about to leave y'all, okay? Following may then be an effortless flow of supportive synchronicities. Moving with the creative process is never a mistake. Honor the flow of energy from source to fulfillment and align your actions to it, allowing your ideal outcome to meld with the natural current. So basically what I'm getting from this is like, you need to learn how to flow like the wind, flow like water, flow like the fire. You guys can be very stubborn to change, stubborn to try new things, just overall stubborn. But it's so weird because I feel like you guys are very this is so interesting. Like, okay, bear with me. feel like other elements can learn from you, Pile 3, just as much as you can learn from these other elements. I don't know why I'm saying this, but being around people can do you some good. Being around other people can do you very good, okay? It can help you change, because there's this opportunity for change and evolution waiting for you, Pile 3, but it's like you're not letting it happen because maybe it's very uncomfortable. I don't know who I'm talking to. I feel like I'm rambling. I hope I'm making sense to somebody out there. Like I really do. Anywho, Pile 3, this is it. This is it. And I know I was talking a whole lot of shit, but really that was Spirit was saying. I mean, and I don't know how to sugarcoat what Spirit says to me. I really don't know how. But anyway, I love you guys. Subscribe, like this video, comment below. I am open for personal readings. That information is going to be in the description box. Love you guys. Bye. Hello, Pile 4. If you have chosen Pile 4, remember to subscribe and join the family. If you have not done so, like this video and comment below. Yes, I am open for personal readings. If you want one, the description box is going to help you out on how to get one. Just click that link and it will send you to my schedule, okay? Someone needs a personal reading, okay? And I'm not saying that so you can book with me, okay? You don't even have to book with me. But someone needs a personal reading. If you've been craving a personal reading, there's a reason why you crave that, okay? I don't know who I'm talking to. You don't have to book with me. I'm not trying to sell anything, bro. Like, I'm going to have clients, okay? I'm not trying to, you know what I mean. If you need a reading, book a reading. Whether that's with me or someone else, okay? But anyway, the element that tends to work with you, Pile 4, is air. Air tends to be predominant in your nature. You could be someone who tends to travel a lot. You could be someone who tends to have a lot of friends. You could be very social. You could be very known. I don't know why, but I'm getting like the internet, the interweb, okay? The inters of net. I'm getting like iCloud. Like you could be very known. Your name tends to be spoken from many lips, okay? Whether you're very known locally, you could be very known, when it comes to the internet, okay? There's this popularity about you, okay? Or you can easily become popular if you allow yourselves to be popular, okay? If you're not popular, if you allow yourselves to be, you will be popular, okay? Very popular person here, okay? Or you're meant to be popular one day, okay? Some of you guys can be very forgetful. It's really important for you to, it's very important for you to have calendars. It's very important for you to make your to-do list. It's very important for you to create your shopping list. If not, if you don't put it onto paper, Pile 4, you tend to forget it. Okay? The thing is, Pile 4, it's nothing to be ashamed of. You have very expansive thoughts. You tend to have a lot of thoughts. So sometimes you tend to forget certain things. You're thinking about work. You're thinking about your job, your entrepreneurship, business. You know, your children, your family, events that you're planning. You could be someone who likes to plan events. You could be a huge planner. Okay, I'm seeing like stacks of planners. Okay, you can have a planner for your business, a planner for your family, like doctor's appointments. Journaling can be very huge for you. You guys can be really good writers. Very book smart. Very book smart, very intelligent people. So just because you guys forget about things doesn't mean like you're not an intellectual person. It's just you have a lot on your mind. So to help you out, if you don't do this, journaling or writing everything down or creating like a bullet point list can really help you out not to forget things, okay? Or to help you remind yourself certain things, okay? Some people do not get offended, Pile 3, but this is just what I'm getting. Some people think you're very flighty. You come and you go. You not really want to stay. All right? You're not really consistent. You're always changing up your ideals, You're always changing things at the last minute, I'm hearing. Some people do not like that, but they don't have to like it. Okay? They don't have to like that, you know? It is what it is, you know? Some of y'all tend to be very inclusive of other people. Community can be, I heard community, whoa, slow down. I'm getting so many messages, hold on. I'm hearing community advocate. Community advocate. You guys can be advocates for other people. But make sure you're advocating for yourself, Pile 4. That's very important. If you have not went through this yet, or if you already going through it, I don't know. They're talking to me about being careful not to be bitter, so bitter. They're telling me like there could be times where you're so inclusive to the point of your detriment. To the point of where you feel like your needs are not being taken care of. You're always taking care of other people's needs, and sometimes you get bitter when people do not attend to you. Be careful not to be bitter. They're saying don't be ashamed of your truth, of your misery. Some of y'all are ashamed of the times where you were down, out and about, and times where you didn't feel as strong. Don't be ashamed of that. People can learn from that. Okay? You can help people who are, you know, feeling like they are miserable. Okay? Anyway, that was okay. Air tends to work with you the most. Emotional loss and the reverse. Some people think that you don't give a fuck about their feelings because it's easy for you to move on. I mean, wind always moves on. It's constantly moving. Some people feel like they're left behind. That's not your fault, Pile 4. They couldn't keep up. It is what it is. Some people have a hard time keeping up with you, Pile 4. Yeah. Damn. Oh, okay. Some of y'all could have came from, what is it? Pile 1. It's very interesting. I haven't said it yet, but this card tends to come up in every pile. Deception and envy. But this one definitely came out of your pile. It like, okay? So it's definitely for you. So we're going to talk about it. You tend to have a lot of clout. And you don't even try. You tend to have a lot of clout. And a lot of people can be jealous of that. Like, how can you be so known? How can you get so much support? Some people feel envious of that. They ain't your fault. And it's really none of your business. And it's not your problem, so it is what it is. You know? Wow. Moving on. I talked about that. Moving on. It's easy for you. Yeah, some of y'all should look at pile 1 if you are drawn to it. Okay? I'm so hungry. After this, I'm about to eat. I'm so hungry, folks. Truth. You guys speak your truth. There's something about communication. When you speak, it goes very far. Meaning, if you have a platform, a lot of people tend to tune into it. You can have a very successful podcast if you want one. Pile 4. If you feel guided to do a podcast, do it. If you feel guided to do a blog, do it. You feel guided to make a website, do it. You feel guided to write a book, do it. Because a lot of people are going to tune in to what you have to say. Pile 4. I'm getting this is what people tend to be envious of. But I don't understand why they can be so fucking envious. Because honestly, if these are people that really rock with you and they're really close to you, you can help them get clout. What is there to be envious about? We're not going to entertain that. We're not going to entertain that. Let's just move forward. I'm like, what? Woo! Adios, Neo. Y'all, where I'm at is so pretty. I'm at this place where there's these big, strong rocks. And when I'm with these rocks, I feel so grounded when I'm doing these readings, y'all. Some of y'all can feel a little bit all over the place. So grounding techniques can be very helpful for you. Pile 4. Because it's hard to control and ground wind, y'all. How can you stop the wind? Nothing can stop the fucking wind. Nothing. So sometimes you guys tend to go non-stop. You guys are busy bees. Very busy bees. Yep. Always buzz around. And the thing is, you have a buzz about you. People tend to talk about you a lot, talk about your works a lot. You get clouds. Yeah. I'm not sure if clout is the right word, but people have a lot of good things to say about you, Pile 4. And having good communication skills. Yeah, you have good communication skills. Yeah, I'm seeing a person holding a book. You guys can be avid readers, or it's very important for you to write a book. Something about books. There's something about books. I don't know. Okay. I heard everyone is not envious of you, Pal 4. A lot of you guys are used to. A lot of you. Hold on. Ooh, slow down. I'm getting so much messages. A lot of you guys are used of people being so jealous of you. Okay? There are people that you can trust. They're out there. Okay? Money comes to you so easily. But be careful. I heard be careful of purse snatchers. What the fuck? Be careful of people who wants to compete with you or like take from you or take advantage of you. Anywho, Pal 4, this is it. Thank you so much for being here. Subscribe, join the family, book a personal reading if you want one. Comment below what you think. I'm always open for your feedback. And like this video. Check out my other content. Love you guys. Bye.